Hello, everyone. It's the very best president, Grover Cleveland here. You're watching Ink the Book Show, a show about nothing. Now, look here. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And if you like his work on the Bonehead comic, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon. The link to all these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Howdy, 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 howdy. It's Ink the Book Show with me, Ryan O'Connor. I'm ready to draw. So, I decided against doing a page today because I'm not going to have enough time, it turns out. So, I'm doing a sketchbook drawing. Things keep sneaking up on me lately, and I don't have as much time to work on my book as I'd like. But I inked a page last night, and I believe I'll be inking a page tomorrow. I'll be doing this page. This is page 199, take 2. Ooh. My camera arm is doing its impression of a guitar string there. Boing. I just finished listening to Norm Macdonald's book for like the third time. What do you call it? Based on a true story. It's sort of a memoir. Sort of something other. It's a really well-written book. So I'm drawing this steer or something. I don't know. I just threw it down, that's all. But yeah, I suppose it's a steer. This is entertainment to me. Just sitting in silence with nothing to say. And also, no book to be inked today. No, I'm still slowly working. Oh, and man, I'm just full of disappointment today. I was trying to work on something to put into this stream, and I couldn't make it fast enough. I ended up accidentally being up till like 3 in the morning last night. Oh, stupid. Just gonna give him a little goatee. Oh, I can do that. I just don't want it white out. I'll do it anyway. I hear helicopters. You know what that means? They're on to me. Oh, it's not helicopters. It's like, what do you call it? Lawnmowers. Same diff. Helicopters are just, or lawnmowers are just helicopters with wheels. I know what you're thinking. Ryan, you're a damn fool. So anyway, what else is going on? So I was simultaneously listening to Norm Macdonald's book, and last night I also read from Psalms in the Bible. I also and J.P. Moreland's book, Scaling the Secular City, and also Jordan Peterson's book, Beyond Order, and the first John Swartzwelder, Frank Burley story called The Time Machine Did It. I'm trying to read them all at once, because I'm just an ambitious soul. That's all. I've been exercising lately. And therefore feeling like I'm about to die. Because everything aches. Though I ache less today than earlier in the week. I'm going to have a Werther's caramel because it's like just stimulation. I don't know. It is stimulating my dying brain. I sure say I'm dying a lot, though I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, we're all dying. Except for the dead. Because they're dead. They beat us to it. Okay, so usually I use my Fude Pentel pocket brush here to do the big blacks like that. But I'm out of ink, so I'm just going to use my Prismacolor marker. Hey, Sweaty Smetty. How you doing? But I'm going to use my Prismacolor marker, which I use. This is just straight black, and it's probably my least used Prismacolor marker. Now, I said I was going to use that, and so far I'm filling in black with my pen. That's because I'm a damn liar. No, I'm just trying to get the edges with the pen because I don't want my marker to bleed beyond the border. Sometimes it'll bleed. You said, keep up the great work, legend. You're too kind. Thank you. Sweaty is a great cheerleader. So let's see. Yeah, some of my Prismacolor markers bleed more than others, and I can usually anticipate it a little bit. Like, there's some markers that don't bleed very much. The black one I don't really use, so I'm not sure. I don't want it to go out here because I feel like while I'm able to, because they're so wet, the ink when you put it down, you can kind of wash out a color sometimes with another color by just like going over it. But I imagine black would be hard to do that with. So I'm just going over the edges of this before I fill it in with this. I gotta order refills for my Pentel pocket brush. Let me see here. I want to see how much they cost. I usually get them 12 at a time. Off Amazon. Yeah, for less than $10. So look how boomery I am. No share screen, just share phone. So they come in things like that, but I go for this. There's 12 little vials of ink for $10 on Amazon. And they just go in here. So look, this breaks in half. See, it's empty. Oh, hey, Joe. Joe's here, everybody. So that's what I got to order. I was saying yesterday, you can use that. You can get a lot of range out of that pocket brush. You can get real thin lines if you want. You can get real thick lines if you want. But I mostly use it to fill in blacks. Personally, I know artists that use it a lot. Or I know of artists, I should say, that use it a lot for their line work. Okay. You said new character? Just random drawing. I was gonna do a page today, but it turns out I'm gonna have less time than I thought today, so I'll just ink that page later. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, because I might not have a lot of time tomorrow either, but we'll see. I want to get more pages queued up to ink. So I'm on the last few. I have to, or I'm on the last handful of pages, but I'm still working on that scene. Or I guess it's a couple of scenes. It's a well-made random drawing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like to just do random character drawings. There we are. There's a bit of delay. I'll take a sec. I'll take a sec before I see what you say. I'm also I just pop them up when I notice them usually, or I'll start. There might be a delay, but I guess it could also be me not noticing it at first. Get you said just now. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna erase. And this is not my favorite sketchbook because sometimes when I erase, it tears the ink off the page. Like it starts to kind of like I don't know, like tear at the page a little bit and the ink comes up. It was starting to happen when I did that Bonehead sketch a while ago, a few days ago, or a handful of days ago, because I missed 4 days. Okay. This one feels like it's doing it, but it's coming up pretty good. You said you're... Oh, you did miss Judge. Okay, so maybe there is no delay. I have known people in other countries usually that were telling me that there was like a 30-second delay. Your sister bought you a sketchbook for your birthday. Oh, when's your birthday? A hardcover one. Yeah, I usually use these hardcover ones that I like, but I got all these like gift sketchbooks a while back. I'm just making my way through them. Oh, the 16th, happy birthday. Did you do anything fun for your birthday? Where did I just put that eraser? Oh. My 35th birthday's coming up, and I'm not too thrilled about it. Oh, you visited your mom's. That's cool. Sorry, I need light. I ate some cake. Classic. I'm really close with my parents and my 6 brothers and sisters now, but not as much before I moved out of my house. But it's like, and I found the same to be true with my brothers and sisters too. Like as they move out, they start to really appreciate their family more. It's like you got to get away from them to get closer to them. I was just telling that to my youngest brother, who's trying to move out. Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with, for him, you know what? I'm going to add a tail, too. That's nothing. I've got a tail, too. I don't know why. I'm not, like, particularly, especially fond of Pinocchio, but Pinocchio always seems to come up when I'm on this stream. Since the beginning. Depends on your point of view. I figure if you think of it as a benchmark for aging, then yeah, it sucks. But if you instead think of it as a celebration of surviving another year, it's a lot better. That's true. Now, yeah, Pinocchio. Because I said, I got a tail too. Because I decided to draw a tail on him. Well, I am happy as pie to be alive. Happy as pie. But I just won't stop aging. Something cool though is just yesterday. So I've had real bad pain in my knees for years, like since like the second I got out of high school. Oh yeah, life is good. Even when it's terrible, life is good. But yeah, I've had terrible knee pain for years and years. And recently I tried insoles again, and that really helped. Oh, you said you're happy I'm alive. Oh, why, thank you. Appreciate that. I thought you said I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive too. But well, I'm happy you're alive. And that I'm alive. But yeah, I tried getting insoles for the first time since like middle school. Because I think when I was in middle school, my dad asked a doctor about because I have really flat feet. I have like no arch. So the doctor recommended that I get insoles. So I did, but I didn't see the point of it at the time. I didn't know why my dad was making a deal about me having flat feet, because it wasn't even anything I noticed or seemed to affect my life at all. But and so like once I changed that pair of shoes, like the soles went, or the insoles went in the trash with it. And I never thought about getting insoles again. And then I was talking about my knees killing me. And they're like, oh yeah, you walk around on this hard ground all day with flat feet in your flat Converse shoes. You should get better shoes or insoles or something. And so I was like, hey, you're right. And I got insoles, and they immediately helped. And then now I'm looking into getting some new shoes. Even though I just got new shoes, they're still flat shoes. I'm looking into getting some orthopedic shoes. Yesterday, this was actually the story I was telling. Yesterday, I started like holding my legs differently because I was like looking it up a bit. And part of the thing is like your knees end up like kind of going too close together. So it starts hurting your knees. You said that goes without saying, go ahead. apparently you can't join the army if you're flat-footed. Yeah, I heard that as a kid too. That seems so. That kind of seems arbitrary to me, but I don't know. Maybe not. You should get Shoals shoes. Yeah. They feel good. Yeah, I was looking up all kinds of orthopedic shoes yesterday. I didn't see any from Shoals though, so I'll look into that. But yeah, yesterday I was like as I was walking around, I was kind of conscious about it all day and trying to like hold my legs differently, and it was like, the reason was because while my knees haven't been hurting as much, and though they've still been hurting a little bit, um, it was my hip that was bothering me yesterday. And my dad's getting his knees replaced. He's got one replaced, and now he hears he's got to get his hips replaced. So soon he'll be more machine than man. But if I could avoid the same fate, that would be pretty cool. So I was like, I got to do something about this. And then, so I was like I was walking around and standing around holding my legs differently. And yeah, immediately my hip stopped hurting. And for the most part, I was like bending down and climbing ladders and stuff. And my with like exceptions here and there, because I'm probably not doing it perfectly, but my knees weren't hurting at all. And like I was walking around feeling like a kid again, which is part of what depresses me, because I'm like, why do I feel so old when I'm only 35? But it kind of made me feel really good, because here I was until yesterday thinking like I probably had some permanent damage in my knees, and working on damage on my hips, but it's like it was vanishing entirely. So there's hope that there is no permanent damage. That's cool. Let's see. So that's Brittany Blue. I think I'm gonna do it says French Gray 60 for his unibrow. Congrats, man. Thank you. Oh. I need that Brittany Blue back. Let's see. I'm thinking like let me see what terracotta looks like over here. I know it's one of my favorite colors. Yeah, I think I'm going to use terracotta for his hair. Akata. I gotta get in the habit. I meant to start with grays for the shading. I gotta get in the habit of thinking of the shading first, because I always do it last. But I've found that it works better in these markers if you throw down your shadows first. Yeah. I'm gonna use what am I gonna use? Lilac. Let's try lilac. Said you need more markers. Shadows before the color? Yeah. I saw an artist that I follow. He was using Prismacolor markers one day, and he was putting down the shadows first, and having less trouble because some colors, for me, they don't blend well when you put like these light grays or colors I usually use for shadows. Oh, Brian Shearer. He's done Transformers books and G.I. Joe books, both of which I don't really know anything about, but I follow him everywhere. He's also working on his own book called Gunship Thunder Punch, Volume 2. I've got Volume 1 around here somewhere. Let me see. Oh, Gunship Thunder Punch. Where are you? Gunship Thunder Punch. Oh, here it is. Show it off real quick. It's like transforming gunship. This woman's trying to find her son, who's kidnapped by Martians. So she steals this abandoned, junky, old transforming gunship. Let's see. But I like his YouTube channel, just Brian Shearer, and I follow him on Twitter and everything. He's a cool guy. For a while, he was doing this funny show on his YouTube channel with another artist called Paranormals, and where they would just read paranormal stories about ghosts and Bigfoot and stuff, and it was kind of like spoofing paranormal stuff. But yeah, he was doing a marker drawing one day, and I noticed he was putting the the shadows down first and then coloring it. And my problem is sometimes these lighter colors, they tend to wash out the color when you put it down afterwards. Not always, but certain colors interacting with other colors, they wash it out. But they went on stronger. When I tried it, they went on stronger when you would do the shadow first and then the color on top of it. So this one's actually not interacting too badly when I do the shadow second, but maybe because they're kind of in the same family of colors. They're both kind of bluish colors. I don't know. I'm no marker scientist. Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna do his eyeballs. Okay. This guy kind of reminds me of Rocco's Modern Life a little bit. Something about the eyes, I think. You said you have problems drawing bodies. You know, I've never been too big on like anatomy or anything, so I just usually try to go for like just appealing shapes. So like this guy's kind of something like this. And that is kind of, these are kind of Rocco's Modern Life style shapes, come to think of it. My arms and legs always look, pegs, always look bad. Let me think. Something I don't know if I have anything to impart on this because I'm a fraud. Let me see. Let's hope that's a waste. And then those will be the hips or something. Okay, so if you look at my Insta, notice I don't use them. Oh, you don't do legs ever? So I kind of think of my arms and legs as kind of cones a little bit. They're like cylinders. And like I'll kind of like do this little other cone for a knee. Let me see. So here's my leg. And then I kind of loosely attach them, I guess. This overlaps this. Trying to figure out if I'm able to articulate what I do for legs. So far I'm not saying much, so maybe I'm not able to articulate it. How do I move scratches in the paper from a mechanical pencil? I guess I don't have that much of a problem with that. Like, is it tearing into your paper terribly? You might want to get some thicker paper. This is 75 pounds. I don't know anything about paper weight either, but I've just been using crummy mechanical pencils since I was a kid. So maybe I'm like just used to but I will say like when I did that drawing where like when I was erasing, like dented. Oh, like it's leaving an imprint in the paper. I don't think that you can even see that, but I don't know. I don't think I have too much problem with it, but if it, there was the problem I had with this drawing was, and some other drawings, was particularly in this sketchbook. It was when I went to erase the pencils, it was like kind of pulling up parts of the page and kind of scratching up the paper. And so it's a little messed up here. But I don't know. If it causes a problem, hopefully some whiteout might help, or I try not to get too hung up on like the imperfections of the paper or like smears and stuff. I don't know. Thank you. No rubber grip, my guy. Rubber grip, like on my. What is that? Oh, like on the pencil. Sometimes, like I just buy whatever for pencils, but No, look at the callus on my finger. I like that one. This was inspired by Brian Shearer's space scenes because I was just trying to make a cool little space scene. There's all kinds of colors in the space here. There's like pink, purple, dark purple, blue, gray. And then I just took my Pentel brush pen and was just kind of like doing like random black. I like this flower guy. I couldn't figure this one out. Just trying to draw some kind of spider guy. There he is again. His shirt says Iron Maiden. I couldn't name one Iron Maiden song. I don't know what to do. This stuff that I don't post. All these weird, crummy drawings. I like this. I like that hair. Some kind of head. I was trying to do a series of these like fake bone-headed characters. I used to draw these shapes when I was in college for a while. They were like odd bone-like shapes, but not anything real. I like that one. That's a priest at my church. Oh, and look, Saul Goodman or Bob Odenkirk, some kind of guy. A disembodied head. A rabbit. Picture I never colored. Skeleton businessman guy with horns. Little baseball kid. Alligator. Lion. Cowardly lion. Afraid of a mouse. He's got a bow in his beard. I like this little guy down here. Frog. Bird. I don't know why I have so many inked, uncolored drawings in here. Some of these are decent enough to finish. Not all of them. Oh, some little drawings they did. Ape Jump. This is a character for a story that I don't quite know yet. Her name's Polyfrog. There's a frog story I want to do. I just don't know it all. Oh, yeah. And then this is the beginning of this book. First thing I drew was a dinosaur wearing a cowboy hat. And a penguin skating. What time is it? 12:15. Okay, I still got time. What else? I'm going to make his eyes cream yellow. I think I have a better cream somewhere around here. Yes. I usually try to avoid having duplicates in my little rack here, but I think I've got a bunch right now. Let's see, what else? So I was listening to Norm Macdonald's book based on a true story for the third time because I really like that book. And there's a part where it's kind of the point of the scene is like how, because allegedly the story is let me see. Oh wait, you've been talking. Let me see. Can I get a call out in that story in some way? Oh, if I do the frog one, yeah, yes. I don't know when that'll happen, but I can do that. Put me on a milk carton or something. Oh yeah, I would do that. How much your marker collection cost? What do you do when one runs out? Well, I was shown recently that I from that guy Brian Shearer, I found out that if one burns out on you, you can. I didn't know this until like last month. You can pull out the fine tip, and then you've got this little hole in here. And if you can get, what I did was, because I watched some other person talk about it online too. She hollowed out a mechanical pencil like this, like one that was out of lead. She got it completely empty, pulled the eraser out, and used it as a funnel, and poured isopropyl alcohol into. There's some 70% isopropyl alcohol from Walgreens. She poured a little bit of that. Oh, so did Brian Shearer. That's who I found it out from. Poured it into their dried out marker. And because I guess a lot of times when your marker runs out, it's not really out of ink. It's just the alcohol in the marker has evaporated or dried up. And if you pour some isopropyl alcohol in there, it'll kind of reactivate the ink. And I did it on a stream a while ago, and it didn't. I refilled my cloud blue, and it didn't. Refresh it right away. But then I tried to use it at the end of the stream to check back on it, and it was working again because it was, dried up, not putting down ink. See, this side seems dry, though. I think that's been the case since I refilled it. The fine side, but the broad side is working. So you can get a little more life out of it by adding some isopropyl alcohol. My marker collection has, and I have more than this. I have a bunch of spares in a cabinet down below. But I couldn't tell you how much I've spent. Not to mention all the ones I've thrown out over the years. And stuff like that. But it's definitely hundreds of dollars that I currently own even. So does that work on any markers? As long as they're alcohol based, I guess, because I think there's also like water based markers, but and I'm not too smart about stuff. I don't know. Think about it. Water based markers, but like Copics, there's the Copic markers that a lot of people use. I think you can just buy ink refills for those, but I've never used them, so I'm not sure how that works. If it completely runs out, do you have to buy a whole new set? You can buy them individually at dickblick.com or even at Hobby Lobby or something. What I find is what was it? I've found in the past few years that I was spending way too much at Hobby Lobby because you can get them for way cheaper on dickblick.com and like half the price. And usually if you get 12 or more at dickblick.com, there's a price break. Like they were $2, like $2.70 or something for a while on dickblick.com if you got 12 or more. I think it's jumped $1 since I started buying them from there though. But it's way better than getting them for $7 a piece at Hobby Lobby. But in a pinch, I'll still get them at Hobby Lobby because I live right by one. But yeah, they sell them individually. I almost never get them in sets. I've gotten sets as gifts a couple times, but I'll just pick and choose them at Hobby Lobby or on dickblick.com. You can pick from a pretty big list of colors. I would love to find like a complete list of the markers, because no matter where you look, I've never seen like every color, and I'd be really interested to get my hands on some rare colors. Like I don't even know all the colors, but I know they're all numbered. Like this is PB9. This is PM171. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. I'm gonna make his shirt Spanish orange. Does it follow digital hex code? Maybe. I don't know. It's not. It's not hex code. It's some kind of color code. I think I saw a list of them in order though, somewhere, and I was like, so I was surprised because I think it's kind of random how they're arranged if you put them in order. So I don't know. I don't know how they go about numbering it. Sand, I think I'm going to use. I think I use. Oh, yeah, I use that. See, I know I was saying something about the Norm Macdonald book, but I don't remember what it was. But that's okay. Okay, let's see. And give him some Tuscan red pupils. Yeah, the comedian. He died last year. But me and my brother are huge Norm Macdonald fans. And he's got this book called Based on a True Story. And it's supposed to be a memoir, but it's like, it's largely made up. I don't know. It's fiction, but it's got like truth embedded in it somewhere, somehow. And it's kind of like a story within a story. It's really well written. I love it. It's the third time I've listened to it. It's great as an audiobook because it's Norm Macdonald delivering the story himself. But it's really good. I just finished it for the third time just before I started this broadcast. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I want this shirt to be. I'm gonna go with terracotta again. No. It looks like a totally different color. Let's do his pants while I'm mulling it over. No, I made his body Brittany blue. I'm not going to make him Brittany blue. I made his body Brittany blue. I'm not going to make his pants Brittany blue. That's what I meant to say just now. I'll use my cloud blue. Oh, I might need to refill this again. It is kind of going out on me. Is this light gray or very light blue? This is cloud blue, so it's like it's kind of like a sky blue, but I like it more than light blue. It's got like a little hint of purple to it. It's one of my favorite colors. Let's see. I can't decide what I want his overshirt to be. Use this French gray that I used for his French gray 60 that I used for his unibrow. Let's see. It's kind of weird to think that, like, I can just, like, look up and know exactly what color I'm looking for a lot of times. I wouldn't have thought I'd be able to do that, but after a while you kind of get familiar with just the look of them, or even the numbers. Let's see, where is... I'm going to use this one, Clay Rose, for the inside of his ears. Actually, I'll use this one next to it, Flagstone Red, for his shirt. You ever see my Ape Man drawing? Maybe. Let me see. Is it on Instagram? I'm trying to remember what you are on Instagram. Is it Bizarre Joe? I may have seen it. I think. I just can't remember your Instagram handle. Man, all my markers are burning out. Oh yeah. Let's see. I see DK, or I mean Diddy Kong, that is. Ape Man. That looks kind of like an ape man. I see a Bigfoot. No, it's a tree with like a Bigfoot face. I like the name, but maybe it's confusing to people on Twitch since names are mismatched. Yeah, that was something I was worried about. I think I had to change my Twitter handle because I was like, I went by Mr. Preposterous on Twitter for the longest time. And then I wanted to do like just my name, Ryan O'Connor, on everything, but then it's a common enough name that everybody and their mother is named Ryan O'Connor, it seems like when you Google it. So I just went by this other handle I had on other stuff, Wrangleshank. So I put that across everything. He's the newest. Did I miss it? Oh, gotcha. That's pretty cool. Applied some attractive filters. What's he doing? That's cool. That's a good face. I gotta do something with this color because this isn't gonna work. I could fill it with isopropyl alcohol and see if I get some more life out of it. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh, he's taming a prehistoric beast, I'm guessing. That's pretty cool. Wait. So, because this one's kind of burnt, I think I'm gonna throw another color on top of it to kind of smooth it out. I'm going to try this clay rose. I think that's... Oh yeah, the color I used for the inside of his ear. Originally going to be a tree limb with a swing set, but the rope looked so thick when I drew it that I felt I had to make something else. Make it something else. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I've even heard anybody else say that, but I say that every once in a while when it's like when it's dried up. I just mean it's dried up. Yeah. Yeah, I like these kind of like maroony colors. So I have a few. So like in a pinch I can if one isn't working so well, I can usually kind of go over it with another one that's kind of close and it still works. So clay rose I have, flagstone red, um, Tuscan red is one that I used a lot for that kind of thing. This one's a lot bolder though. I feel like let's see. So here's Tuscan red. Yeah, it's a little darker. And then there's dark umber, but that one I feel like is always too dark for my liking. Yeah, that's like almost brown. Okay. What's my favorite color? In general, I'd say it's probably like nice indigo or something. I like purple colors. For these markers, I like using cream a lot, like the yellow. It's number 23. I know that. Like the color for his eyes. I like using that a lot. I like that clay rose that I was just using. I like cloud blue. I like avocado. Where's that? That looks like a yellow, but it's like It's like a yellowish green. It's a good like reptile color. I don't know how well it shows up on the screen though. Like I don't know if my broadcast does it justice, but let's see. I'm going to do like a little, not that color. I'll go with sky blue light. Let's see what that does. For a shadow underneath him. Let's see now. I'm gonna go with this tulip yellow, I think. I haven't bought any markers in a while. Usually I end up buying some just about every month or every other month. Yeah, see, they're all going on me. What's this one? Jasmine. I think this is a really close color to that one. This is another like range of colors that have a lot of I have a lot of ones that are pretty close to. So if one doesn't work for me, I can kind of just pivot to a similar color. Woo. Ow, my wrist. There's also like if a lot of times I'll find if a color's getting kind of weak on me, if I just give it a minute, sometimes I'll just let it stand. Like I'll put the cap on, and I'll let it stand on end for a bit, and just let the color kind of slowly trickle back into it for a while. If it ever seems like it, like sometimes you can tell it's like there's still ink there, but it's getting kind of faint on you. If you just let it sit, it kind of seeps back into the tip. Pardon me, I'm getting all belchy. It's like I'm burping without burping, is what was just going on. Where it was like going on in my throat. Okay. Smart. Let's see. What's this? Oatmeal? I'll go with oatmeal. Actually, I think I'm going to use that here too. He's like some kind of blue ox or something. Like, babe, Paul Bunyan's ox. Oh, don't tell me. I just realized I took it. Well, I was kind of just sketching on that page anyway. But I usually have extra pieces of paper for my markers to bleed through on. I just realized I pulled them all out to doodle. But that's okay. Since I was doodling on that page, it's kind of I don't think I was going to squeeze any remarkable drawings on that page anyhow. the obstacle course of this guy's tale. All right. Okie dokie. It's this guy. Ever heard of him? So that's my drawing of Mickey Mouse. And that's how you draw Mickey Mouse. You learned it here. I just realized I still have this light pointing in my face. Okay, so that's the show for today. Like I said, I might ink an actual page tomorrow. I did one yesterday. I did this page last night. Oh, Joe was here. He saw. What's the name? Let's see. What's his name? I like naming things. He is Aldous Supplefort. Aldous Supplefort. Nailed it. That's how I name everything, including every episode of Ink the Book Show. I just kind of stare at the artwork and just let a name roll into my mind. Before you go, show me that "ma" you got. What "ma"? Ma. Mug? This one? I love this mug. Aldous. I think it'd be A-L. Oh, like Aldous Huxley. I don't know where these names come from that I come up with, but they just live in my brain somewhere. So Aldous, like Aldous Huxley, who's an author. Aldous. Yeah. I've been to Tennessee twice, and I love it a lot. So me and my family, we went to the Great Smoky Mountains, and I was looking for a mug to bring home, and this was my favorite one. It's one of my favorite mugs. All right. So this has been Ink the Book Show, where we didn't ink the book, but we inked a sketchbook drawing and colored it. We laid down the ink. So I'll be back at some point tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening, I believe, and with a new show. Anyway, bye guys. I'm on to the next thing. See you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, Joe. See you next time. Adios. Advice for you: don't shave your chickens before they hatch. That would be no good.